Chapter 61-76. As he said that, he quickly reminded President Wilson, "You are now the Executive Vice President of the Painting and Calligraphy Association and a popular candidate for the next president. If it is revealed that you are involved in this, you can't keep this kind of thing on your face. It will definitely have an impact on your reputation." Jacob said without thinking, "Just do it and don't involve me, right? It's yours. I sold it to you, just settle this matter with your brother. And I'll give you $1 million when it's done." Irvin wiped his sweat and said, "President Wilson, it's hard for me to come forward with the kind of thing you're talking about. If Mr. Orville finds out, he might blame me." Jacob said angrily, "What's wrong with Mr. Orville? Isn't Mr. Orville polite to me when he meets my son-in-law? I don't care about this anyway. If you don't help me get that bronze Buddha back, I'll go find my good son-in-law and ask him to go to Master Wu for an explanation." Irvin was stunned and said quickly, "Oh, President Wilson, this is the case. There is no need to involve Master Wade in this kind of thing. Master Wade is an upright person. He finds that we are cheating people by selling fake goods. And he might have opinions against both of us." Jacob asked him, "Who sold it? Is it a fake? Let me ask you, who is selling the fake? If the thing is worth 20 million, it is sold for 300,000. Is it a fake?" Irvin said with a cry, "President Wilson, don't worry about how much that thing is worth. It's of this nature. I can only say that we are not good at learning, and we sold good things as fakes in a slap in the face. But it doesn't change the fact that we want to use fakes to deceive people. That's the thing." Jacob said shamelessly, "Don't tell me whether you have these things or not, and I won't talk to you about this. I just want you to give me that thing and ask for 300,000 yuan. I'll just put it in your card soon, and I won't care about anything else. If you don't solve it for me, I'll go find my son-in-law. In front of my son-in-law, if I admit that I have bad intentions, I will get rid of this thing too. Besides, even if my son-in-law finds out, he can't do anything to me." Irvin really cried and said with sobs, "President Wilson, Master Wade will not do anything to you, but I can't say anything. What I am today is because of Master Wade. Well, if Master Wade knows that I am doing these shameless things with you, I will be finished." Jacob asked angrily, "Who are you saying is shameless? Didn't you come up with this shameless idea? If you hadn't come here to confront me, how would I have known that Liang Yun was back? If you hadn't given me this bad idea, how could I have lost 20 million? Irvin felt aggrieved. He said endlessly, "The bad idea was indeed mine, but you didn't lose anything. You spent 98,000 yuan to earn back 300,000 yuan, and your net profit was 200,000 yuan. How can you say that you lost 20 million? And you said you lost money on the sale, but if I hadn't come up with this bad idea, you wouldn't have gotten it at all. How could you say you lost 20 million? Jacob knew that he was being irrational, but at this time he didn't care so much. He didn't show any shame and said directly, "Irvin, I won't talk nonsense to you. Whether you say I am reasonable or not, I don't care. What I care about is that you must get that thing back to me. I don't care what method you use, I will ask you for it anyway. If you can't get it back, don't blame me for turning your back on me." At this time, the stewardess walked up to Jacob and said, "Sir, we are going to conduct a cabin safety inspection now. Please stop making phone calls, turn off your phone, or adjust it to flight mode." Jacob said impatiently, Okay, I understand, it will be over soon." After saying that, he quickly said to Irvin, "Irvin, I will land in Dubai in about 9 hours. You'd better get my things back within 9 hours. Otherwise, don't blame me for being unkind." Irvin was desperate. He would never dare to go to Liang Yun to make trouble. It's not that he's afraid of Liang Yun, but the impact of this incident has already been great. Once he really comes forward, he will really become infamous. So his biggest wish now is that Jacob can accept all this calmly and stop trying to get things back from Liang Yun. However, seeing that Jacob did not let him go at all, he could only choke and beg, "President Wilson, you can't do this. Even if you don't think that I will take the initiative to help you make money this time, even if you think that I paid for it myself before, you can't force me to accept the fake goods you bought for 500,000 yuan. Jacob raised his eyebrows. What do you mean? When you accepted that thing from me before, didn't you say that I picked up a big leak? Irvin cried and said, "What are you looking for?" President Wilson, I can tell you from the bottom of my heart that you are not a person who plays with antiques. Everything you bought before is all fake. It's rubbish. I wanted to reciprocate it for Master Wade's sake, so I spent 500,000 to buy a fake product from you. It's still on display in my house. If you don't believe it, I'll show it to you when you come back. Look at it, if it is not the one you sold me. Jacob's face turned red and white, and he said with shame and annoyance, "You said it if it was true, and you said it if it was false. I don't know what you said. Is it the truth? And don't change the subject for me. I still say that you must get the things back before I land." After that, he hung up the phone directly. Angrily, he turned his phone into airplane mode. Elaine on the side asked curiously, "What did Irvin say?" Jacob said angrily, "He is not willing to do it." "I don't care about that anyway. I told him what I should say. Let's land in Dubai if he still hasn't got the thing back. I'll call my good son-in-law directly and ask him to help." Elaine nodded heavily. "No matter what, I have to get that thing back. That's 20 million. At this moment, Irvin, who hung up the phone with Jacob, felt that the sky was about to fall. Deep in his heart at this moment, he deeply regretted that he should not have had such a relationship with Jacob. Although Irvin had long known that Jacob's abilities were average, his level was limited, and he loved to show off. But considering that he was Charlie's father-in-law, Irvin really wanted to curry favor with him. Now it seems that no one should be fawning over Jacob. He originally thought that if a normal person saw a dog that was wagging its tail and came forward to please him, even if he didn't give the stuttering food, he would at least touch the head to comfort him twice. Even if he didn't touch the head to comfort him, he wouldn't take the food from the dog's mouth. After grabbing it, kick him twice, right? But he never expected that Jacob could do such a shameless, conscienceless, and bottomless thing. Now, although he deeply regrets it, he also knows that he has no regrets about taking the medicine. The most important thing right now is to give Jacob a solution that satisfies him before he lands. In desperation, he could only treat the dead horse as a live doctor and immediately called his younger brother.